welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Taking the floor tonight here on 2K Sports, the Miami Heat against the New York Knicks in New York. For New York, this is where it begins. The expectations you have for this season meet reality tonight. Everything you've been working on gets put to the test. You hope that you've done your job and can come out of here with a win. And here we are, game one of the new season. Kenny, every team coming in with a clean slate.
Yeah, because whatever you had troubles in last year, that doesn't matter. This is a new year. Be optimistic until proven otherwise.
I'm just looking forward to spending another year with you guys as family. And Ernie, you're looking 10 years younger.
Thank you so much. I'm feeling 10 years younger as well, Shaq.
It's all exercise, isn't it?
And you're looking like, what are you? You're down to what, 275?
No, 575.
575.
Lost 15 pounds.
Yeah.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Kenny?
I grew some hair.
Did you? Yeah, you did.
That's a wig.
All right. You all still there? Good. We'll
Miss
see you later.
Guys too.
Our broadcast tonight coming to you from New York City, amid all the hustle and bustle of the streets of Manhattan. Greetings, everyone. Hope you're all enjoying this. Happy Halloween. It's a special October 31st matchup in the NBA here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony at the table with me. And the fourth member of our crew, David Aldridge, our sideline reporter. So here's Miami's starting group. At the 2 and the 3, it's Butler and Winslow. Myers Leonard is out there with Adebayo. And it's Nunn in at the 1. And for New York, it's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Barrett is out there with Wayne Ellington. And it's Morris in at the 3 spot. Opening day, Steve, for some teams, it's a fresh start. And for others, it's the first step towards settling unfinished business, taking care of what they didn't do the previous season.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. I think those teams that came very close to maybe winning the championship or being there, those are the guys that are hungry. Those are the organization. They are chomping at the bit to start the season.
Oh, that was something else.
This guy is a fantastic athlete. Barrett looking like a man on a mission with that slam.
Here's Nunn. Here's Butler, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Maybe not the biggest name in free agency, but Jimmy Butler, definitely a star player on the market.
A handful of teams were very interested in him, expressed interest in playing for Miami, and got his wish via sign and trade. We'll see if he can make them a contender in the East.
And you look at Jimmy Butler. Well, he's about 6'8", about 230 pounds. Great size on the wing.
And he keeps himself in tip-top shape. His strength, one thing I'm not sure the casual fan even recognizes.
Butler on the wing. Back to Winslow. Heat moving the ball around. Butler kicks to Winslow. 6 to shoot. The 17-footer. The shot, no good. And New York will come the other way. Morris passes to Robinson. He dishes it to Barrett. The pass to Ellington. Outside Robinson. Now Barrett. He's covered by Leonard. New York needs to get off a shot. Here's Morris. Miami grabs the miss. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Lays it up off the glass.
Those 220 pounds came in handy. Jimmy Butler using his big body and muscling those tough shots.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. I was able to talk with David Fizdale for just a moment. He talked about the threat posed by Jimmy Butler, saying, it's incredible the work he's done to make himself such a well-rounded scorer. Kevin, they better be ready for the terror from Tomball, Texas. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Outside Robinson. Ellington inside the three-point line. And the first shot of the night for him missing.
Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find some kind of rhythm.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Passes it to Robinson. Randall left side. Trying to end the drought. And that one is off. And it's Miami the other way. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
What I like about Jimmy Butler, he excels on both ends of the floor.
And so Butler nails both of them.
Well, you love the energy that Bam Adebayo brings while he's on the floor. Great finisher who hustles nonstop. Really, the only question is how you match him up on the defensive end.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. And those position questions you mentioned with Adebayo. A bit of a tweener in the post.
Yeah, he is. Adebayo has a game that is suited for a center. He attacks and stays close to the rim. But he's had a hard time matching up against some larger centers. And that's why we haven't seen more of him.
You know, these are the guys you need to be aware of if you don't want your pocket picked. Here are last season's steals leaders. Fifth, Jimmy Butler.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
Pass to Ellington. Ripped away. In transition, here comes Miami. None, that's good.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Now, here's Ellington. He is definitely not pleased how he played against Orlando. Angle right side. Pass to Morris. Just 5 on the clock. And the baseline jumper, no good.
The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm. Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
Shot to stop the run. Barrett, no good.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Here's Butler. Robinson with the block. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul. New York calls timeout.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
You know, this is a good time to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit. You can't keep doing what you're doing and expect a different result.
Looking here at some numbers for Robinson. Last season's performance for him. He put up about 7 points a game, almost 2.5 blocks and 6 rebounds. And for a reserve big man, not a big drop-off when he checks in the game.
Totally. You want your team to at least hold court when the reserves come in. He definitely keeps you solid up front.
Morris outside.
Get the perimeter! And a breakthrough season for Marcus Morris in 2018 and 19. Career highs almost across the board.
Good on both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Miami leading by 8. Here's Nunn. The pass to Adebayo. Plenty of space. And it's good. 2 points. You know, Greg, the Celtics are encouraging their players to take mental health just as seriously as their physical health. Marcus Morris brave enough to say that helped him a lot.
I mean, the Morris twins growing up in the hard streets of Philly. I mean, a lot to overcome, but by getting some help, that's exactly what Marcus is doing.
Now Barrett. Morris looking over the floor. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And here we can check out the story on Julius Randle. He's coming off an excellent season, 19th in scoring, and he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
Yeah, and like you said, one of the better scorers in the NBA last season, a tireless worker on the offensive end. He could be even better this season. Here's Butler. It's rebounded by New York.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
Heroes checked in for Miami. And here is Ellington, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Clock at 6. Robinson finds Ellington. Here's Barrett. That shot off the mark. The Heat go the other way with it. Takes it from 10. It's rebounded by Barrett. Knicks trail by 12. Ellington dishes to Randle. Back to Ellington. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
What a beautiful look. Randle continues to round out his game in the prime of his career.
Here's Nunn. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. Ntilikina, he's checked in for the Knicks. And Miami with a change here too. Dragic is checked in. Long range from the inbound. Randle grabs the board.
I'm all right with him taking that shot close to the hoop, but really not from long range.
Ntilikina can't hit. Miami leading by 10. Here's Leonard, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Robinson. Second chance shot. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 7 rebounds in the game.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard. And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
And the wide open shot from Morris. But they get it back. Barrett kicks to Ntilikina. Dishes to Barrett. Shot clock at 6. Goes back up. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
Steve, we're seeing teams around the league putting up a lot of three-point shots. I'm sure you would have enjoyed playing in this era so much with that green light shooting threes.
I would, Kevin. Getting a chance to shoot maybe 5 or 6 more three-point field goal attempts takes your numbers up. But I also think a lot of these teams are copycats. Everybody can't shoot the three. Work on your game and what's best for you.
The Heat leading by 16. Here's Hero. Second shot opportunity, and Adebayo with the lay-in.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Ntilikina passes to Gibson. Portis against Adebayo. Smith wide open. He fires. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Smith against Dragic. Near the three-point line, it's Olynyk. That one a little long.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Ntilikina kicks to Smith. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. New York comes into this one following a loss to the Magic. Hero passes to Dragic. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Smith, the pass to Portis. Here's Ntilikina. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And the whistle blows. He's fouled on a shot that misses, but not by much. 2 free throws nonetheless coming up for him.
Bobby Portis doesn't mind a physical game. He takes it and he dishes it out.
He doesn't get the second one. And the former Razorback, Bobby Portis, took a few years to find his spot in the NBA, but now he does produce.
And great big man to bring in off the bench. Good size and quickness combination, and will always give you scoring with that second unit.
Ntilikina looking it over. Portis kicks to Smith. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
A physical player. Even when you hit Smith Jr., he doesn't blink. Wills those shots in.
Passes to Adebayo. Outside Dragic. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Pass to Adebayo. And stolen by Portis. Oh, and here we go. Knox has got it. The fast break chance. And it's good off the back rim and in.
Tremendous effort getting the steal, then getting the ball up the court.
You know what? We see this time and time again. Turnovers lead to a break and then points at the other end.
It's Dragic with the drive.
And the veteran Goran Dragic still producing late in his career. Not the force he once was, but always a source of playmaking and scoring.
And the first one drops.
Yeah, drawing fouls and making them pay at the line.
And Goran Dragic drops them both.
A rare bad trade by the San Antonio Spurs. Dragic was their second-round pick in 2008. They traded his rights to the Suns for a player who didn't even make the roster.
Smith against Olynyk. Smith drives in, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Olynyk. Well, you look at the career of Dragic. Greg, he's always been a scoring point guard.
Yeah, and as Dragic has aged, he has learned to lean more and more on his outside shot. Even when his first step and speed start to falter, he'll find ways to put up points.
The quick look, no good that time. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. They trail by 18. Lets it go from 11. Offensive rebound. Basket counts.
Must put a body on Portis. He loves to crash the offensive glass.
40 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Hero passes to Adebayo. Hits the target from 18 feet. Adebayo's got 6.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
Pass to Portis. From past the arc. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Dragic with it. He played real well against Atlanta in that last game. Knocked loose. Gibson with the steal. Jimmy Butler has been on display for Miami. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll return shortly. Jimmy Butler, a hard worker on the floor and off the court as well, possesses a unique individuality.
I worked extremely hard to get where I am today, so whenever you walk to my house, you see a really big, some may call it obnoxious, boombox aquarium, but I love music. I don't really watch too much TV. It's always music, so it's just another thing to remind me, continue to be who you are, just have fish inside of it.
A Boombox Aquarium, huh? Points for originality, Greg.
Butler, not shy, breaking from convention, beats to the rhythm of his own drum.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Heat here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Miami, we've got Hero. He's out there with Dragic. Jimmy Butler is out there with Olynyk. And it's Silva in at the 4 slot. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, we all know that circumstances and time changes everything. In Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. thought he was going to be the cornerstone. But with the arrival of Luka Doncic, everything changed. The promising point guard was traded to the Knicks, and Smith said it was important. It's a big opportunity, and I've just got to make the most of it. Well, Kevin, we know one thing in New York, the ball is back in Smith's hands.
And DA, that's when he is at his best. Thank you. The Heat making a switch here. Nunn's checked in. Steve, we've heard Commissioner Adam Silver broach the idea of a mid-season tournament. How that would be structured, I don't know. But do you think that could possibly work?
You know, I think it's a possibility, Kevin. One, I think you definitely have to have the season shortened to 75 games, 68 games. I think you have to do it on the back end of the All-Star break because we know so much as far as the calendar. When can you fit this in? Maybe 3 or 4 days after the All-Star game during that week. Expand that time off of maybe 3 or 4 days. It's possible. Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Outside, Dragic. Three-pointer, Butler. And again, it's the Heat missing. Knicks trail by 12. Pulls up, and it falls over the rim and in. Knox has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Can't leave anyone uncovered around Ntilikina. He is so adept at exploiting situations like that.
Outside Butler from the arc. It doesn't go either for Butler.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Here's Smith. Got a piece of it. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Trying to get open is Butler. No good from Dragic. For New York, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Shot from 12. Here's Portis. It's deflected. Butler on the wing. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Atlanta. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Showing the courage and strength to take it up inside. Goran will now go to the line. Well, when you watch Goran Dragic play, you can tell the precision that he has with his movement and footwork. But as pretty as his game is, he has a bit of edge to him. Very fiery player.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Julius Randle's checked in for Gibson. Marcus Morris comes in for Kevin Knox. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Frank Ntilikina. And Barrett subbed in for Smith. Here's Dragic. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on R.J. Barrett. And Smitty, as you alluded to with Dragic, he's gotten in more confrontations than you would think.
He's a scrapper and does whatever it takes to win. Reminds me of a little bit of John Stockton with that mentality. But that's exactly the kind of mindset you want from your lead guard.
Randle finds Morris. Goes up on the wing. Rebound by Olynyk.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
That one falls. Winslow's got his 2nd basket.
Coming hard on the drive. Winslow daring someone to get in his way.
Here's Randle. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
I'm not sure if he was trying to show off or what, but when you're that open, you got to go straight to the basket. The fadeaway was clearly a bad choice.
Here's Nunn. Ellington defending. Nunn passes to Winslow. Olynyk against Randall. Fades and shoots. Olynyk can't hit.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Ellington the pass to Randall. Over Olynyk. Randall no good.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Nunn. Knicks with the rebound. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Now, here's Barrett. Morris outside. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got his 5th rebound in this one.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
And jumping off 1 foot on the drive, this is where Winslow really does elevate.
Morris outside. Ellington with it. Now guarded by Winslow. Back to Morris. And it's Miami with the rebound. Olynyk's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Nunn passes to Dragic. The pass to Nunn. To the inside. And the basket by Olynyk. And the Heat lead by 18.
And really, the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
Now Ellington. The dish to Barrett. That's tipped. On the wing, Winslow. Covered by Morris.
And last year, a bit of a pivot for Justice Winslow in terms of his game. Found one of the better ways he could contribute to the team is through his developing playmaking skills.
And he knocks down the first one. And for Winslow, he filled in at the point when Dragic was injured last season.
And Winslow looked really comfortable in that playmaking role. We know he struggled with his shooting, but when he can contribute with his passing, it adds another layer to his game.
The Knicks making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. Barrett the pass to Morris. And here is Robinson, covered by Winslow. Robinson misses.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Nunn can't get it to fall. Knicks trail by 20. Pass to Barrett. Got a piece of it. Ellington with it. Now guarded by Dragic. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Knicks have gone just 4 of 8 from the line tonight, hoping to move that free throw percentage up a bit. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And Smitty, when you watch Wayne Ellington, you know he's out there to open up space with his deep shooting.
Yeah, Kevin, I was surprised to see him fall out of the rotation for the Heat last season. But make no mistake, when he's on the floor, he's a dead-eye shooter that can stretch a defense.
Adebayo is checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Randall down low. Leonard's there. Robinson. And finally, that one's good. Robinson's got his first bucket in this one.
At the end of the day, when the ball goes up, there's no substitute for effort.
And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And already his 3rd foul. It's got to be time to get him out of there probably until the 3rd quarter.
Heroes checked in for the Heat. A nice shot by Winslow.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Barrett. There it is, his 2nd make of the game. He's missed 5.
Explosive off the bounce with great body control. Barrett's most effective when going downhill.
Here's Hero. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Winslow against Morris. He dishes it to Randall. Back to Morris. "17-foot shot on the way."
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Here's Hero. He's got 6. Pass to Nunn. Good work defensively by Morris. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. They get a hand on it. And here is Ellington. Outside Robinson. And a miss there on the triple.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
Adebayo passes to Nunn. He kicks it to Leonard. Pass to Winslow. There's the pass to Hero. Off target from three-point range. New York's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Ellington. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
That's how you set the table and everybody gets to eat.
Miami leading by 20. Here's Hero. Passes it to Winslow. Offline with his 3.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
Morris passes to Robinson. Misses the 3. Miami's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. A nice shot by Winslow.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
The Knicks shooting in the second quarter has been pretty iffy, down 32%. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And ever since the Big 3 era ended, Miami has sort of defined middle of the pack.
Yeah, for the last 5 seasons, they haven't won more than 48 games or lost fewer than 37. This is what happens when you rarely select in the top 10 of the draft. You become reliant on free agents, and that's a tricky, sometimes heartbreaking approach.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Taj Gibson's checked in for Julius Randle. Kevin Knox comes in for Morris. Frank Ntilikina is checked in for Wayne Ellington. And Smith's subbed in for Barrett. Winslow, the pass to Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
Justice Winslow has done an excellent job of being unselfish and making the right play.
Smith right side. That one's not going to go. Heat shooting 36% in the second quarter. They really haven't found their rhythm yet offensively here. Pass to Hero. Butler against Gibson. From deep three-point range. That one doesn't go. So New York will take it the other way. There's 21 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Ntilikina, defended by Butler. Clock at 4. Here's Knox. New York, no good that time either.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's game.
And so it's Miami. finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style, Jimmy. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. So it's Miami who's out on top at the half. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny?
Well, we have to talk about the unbelievable job they've done rebounding the basketball. They've sent bodies flying to the boards on every possession. They've been a stronger, quicker, tougher team by a wide margin. And it's that dominance on the glass that's going to win them this game.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
They relied way too heavily on the three-point shot in the first half. Their long-range game was off. That's my off sound, Ernie. They were off, but they still settled for the outside shots.
And
welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. And you know, Justice Winslow has been really making things happen out there, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Wayne Ellington is out there with Barrett. And it's Morris in at the small forward. That's the 5 for New York right now.
And you see Morris aware of his surroundings, getting a good jump down court.
The Heat leading by 22. Here's Nunn. Pass to Adebayo. Robinson with the block. On the wing, Morris. Defended by Butler. Morris against Butler. Count it. 6 points for Marcus Morris.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much. The Heat leading by 18. Now the pass to Adebayo. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. There's Winslow. And again, it's the Heat missing.
They just don't have it right now. 0 for 4. Must have been one poor speech at halftime.
Now, here's Barrett. He's guarded closely. And for a lot of these kids, Greg, it's interesting how quickly teams expect them to get up to speed. Case in point, R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, I mean, he had only the 1 year of college, already being asked to produce. Fortunately, he's very mature for his age and generally plays up to the level of competition.
The first one falls. And Greg, talking to scouts about R.J. Barrett, they love the athleticism. But what makes him especially good is the work ethic and the confidence.
Yeah, some elite prospects will take plays off. This guy never does. He's not one that sits around and reads his press clippings.
He's a warrior, a leader, and he's proven to be a winner.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Let's take a look at last year's leading shot blockers. You don't want one of these guys in front of you when you're coming down the lane. You look at Robinson, second in the NBA, a great defender.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Hey, Smitty, every NBA player has their Mount Rushmore. Every NBA fan does. The 4 players they consider the best of all time. So I'll ask you, who is on your NBA Mount Rushmore?
I would say Michael Jordan, Kevin, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Kobe Bryant. Those are my 4. They couldn't have asked for a better start to this half offensively. 4 straight and counting.
Nunn passes to Winslow. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And for Justice Winslow, the former 10th overall pick out of Duke, he has transformed himself into a Swiss Army knife of a wing player. Gives you a bit of everything.
Bobby Portis is checked in for New York. Now, here's Barrett. He's guarded by Dragic. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
You know, it's funny to think that not too long ago, Smitty, Winslow was viewed as a defensive specialist.
And in all fairness, that was not too long ago, like you said, Kevin. But what I like now, his playmaking has improved to where he can create for others, and he's getting more and more confident on his threes and scoring.
Butler feeling out a bit. It doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Morris.
Well, so far, his cold night from the field has not affected their ability to maintain this lead.
It's Dragic with the drive. Outside Butler. Back to Dragic. To the paint. And Olynyk with the basket on the assist from Dragic. Dragic has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Now, here's Barrett. He's guarded by Dragic, and he gets it to go. And that's 11 points for R.J. Barrett.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Butler passes to Leonard. And here's Winslow. Outside Dragic. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And Barrett slams it in.
And you see the edge Barrett plays with, attacking the rim with bad intentions.
Now here's Winslow. He's tightly guarded. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Playing at his tempo, his pace, he's been dialed in all night.
And New York making a change here. Smith has checked in. And a trying summer for the New York Knicks fans. After trading away Porzingis, they were hoping to get a big-name player in free agency, Greg, and they didn't.
You know, shocking, they refused to offer the max to Kevin Durant. I mean, there were concerns with the Achilles, but instead he ends up in Brooklyn. Combine that with fans' disappointment at missing out on Zion Williamson, and the saga continues.
And Barrett slams it in.
And with this kind of momentum behind him, Barrett, a terror. Love seeing him hammer it home.
Dragic with it. He has 6. And he banks in the layup. Dragic has got 8 points.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
To the middle, here's Randall, and the layup's good off the glass.
A high percentage shooter inside. That's exactly where you want to get Randall the ball.
And it's Dragic with the ball for the Heat. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Dishes to Winslow. Kicks to Butler. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Marcus Morris picks one up there. And you spend any amount of time watching Dennis Smith Jr., Greg, his leaping ability makes for some impressive highlights.
Kevin, he's got the size and the off-the-charts athleticism. Now just trying to figure out how to realize his obvious potential.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Kevin Knox comes in for Randall. And it's Ntilikina in for Marcus Morris. Portis kicks to Smith. Shoots over Dragic. And it's Smith missing.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Butler, no good. Knicks trail by 14. Smith, the pass to Ntilikina. Back to Smith. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Smith's got his second basket of the game.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Dragic, the pass to Hero. Outside Butler. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And you've seen they've made numerous attempts to try to get him going. Shows how valuable he is to this offense.
Here's Smith. Count that one. Smith's got 6.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Smith against Dragic. He can't get it to go. And New York the other way now. Out to the right wing. Here's Barrett. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. 18 points for him.
You know, as ice cold as he was in the first half, that's how hot he has been since the break. No one can match up with him right now.
Here's Dragic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Well, you knew it was going to take some time for Kevin Knox, but Greg, at the end of last season, he began to show flashes of what he could do.
You could almost see the game starting to slow down for him about halfway through the season. Consistency is something all rookies struggle with, but it hit Knox especially hard. Fortunately, that is something that passes with time.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Barrett. And it's Smith penetrating. It's over Olynyk. And it's Dragic with the rebound.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
The shot by Butler. Nobody around. It's good from long range. Butler's got 6 points in the quarter.
Sometimes it's all about patience. His first 3 of the game, something to build on.
Passes it to Smith. Outside Gibson. Rebound by Olynyk. The Heat leading by 12. Here's Butler. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Jimmy Butler used his body and muscle well to get the foul call.
This will be his 5th trip to the free throw line.
And a lot of his points coming by way of the free throw.
Adebayo is checked in for Kelly Olynyk.
Where you always have confidence in the Heat organization is at the top. Pat Riley with 9 championship rings as a player, as an assistant coach, as a head coach, and as a team president. He knows how to win from every perspective.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Knicks trail by 16. And it's Smith penetrating, and he gets the bucket. Smith's got 8. You're right, Steve. You look at Riley's career, most people are just looking to accomplish one of the things he's done.
Kevin, he has a great mind. He's incredibly driven. He understands how to motivate people, and he understands what's important to focus on.
Here's Butler. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Taj Gibson picks one up.
Now that's an energetic drive to the rim by Jimmy Butler. Speed and strength.
Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Taj Gibson. And Miami also making a switch. Nunn's checked in.
I love how hard he's playing, really, since the break. All the defense can do at this point is foul him.
And the dunk by Robinson.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And he makes both free throws. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. They trail by 16. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. That one goes in.
I love how Jimmy Butler let the play develop, how he's learned to trust his vision.
The Knicks shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Smith right side. And it's Miami with the rebound. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. That'll be the second of this two-game road trip. Pass to Butler from deep. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his 6th rebound on the night. Now, here is Smith. He's got 8. And Smith gets double-teamed. Pass to Knox. Jacks up a 3. But they recover it. Robinson kicks to Smith. And it's Smith again missing.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
That free throw good from Butler. Randall's checked in for the Knicks. And so Butler nails both of them. Knicks trail by 20. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Robinson, that's good.
Beautiful location on the pass as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Now Butler. 24 points for him.
Wow! One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
And what I love, there was no panic on his part. That's the steady pulse you want in that situation.
And so it's the Miami Heat controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. This has been a one-sided matchup, and I don't see any signs of it lessening. Back right after this. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Knicks trail by 20. On the court for the Heat, Myers Leonard is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Nunn in a point. It's tipped.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Butler. Rebounded by Knox. The Knicks shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently.
Loves to push the pace. When the break is on, Ntilikina taking full advantage.
The Heat leading by 18. Here's Hero. And the pass to Nunn. The dish to Butler. Wing shot on the way. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. Winslow's checked in for Miami. Here's Leonard. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And the Heat lead by 20.
That pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Here's Randle. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. 6 points for Julius Randle.
One thing we knew Randle could do entering the league, finish inside through contact.
Here's Hero. Passes it to Winslow. Here's Hero. The shot will not fall. Randle with some nice D. Smith on the wing. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The Knicks making a switch here. Morris is checked in. The free throw off from Smith. Well, few players in the NBA are as scary as Dennis Smith Jr. when he has speed towards the rim.
Smith just attacks with a ferociousness when he puts the ball on the floor. It can leap out of the building and strong enough to dunk over and through just about any player. Still developing the rest of his game, but you like his aggression when going to the hoop.
And here's the fast break. Randle leading it all the way. The offensive rebound. And closing the shot, even with the foul. Now the two free throws.
Still looking for improvement from the line. Randle could pick up a couple extra points a game if he did.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for Dennis Smith.
With the new contract, Julius Randle, looking for stability, wasn't considered part of the Lakers' future. He showed in New Orleans he's worth betting on.
Here's Nunn. Goes up on the high post, and it's sent back by Morris.
And a rare block shot from Morris. Anticipates the move and just times it out perfectly.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Robinson. And stolen by Ellington. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And the Knicks making a change here. Barrett's checked in. And the Lakers not extending Julius Randle's contract. Smitty, they wanted to save some money for other players.
Yeah, you're right. And last season, Julius Randle averaged over 20 points a game. He has something to prove. He made his case and earned this new deal.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Adebayo passes to Winslow. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Ellington dishes to Barrett. Here's Robinson.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
The first free throw is good. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Miami leading by 10. Pass to Hero. Leonard kicks to Winslow. Inside. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Ellington, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They've shown a lot of heart, a lot of fight, and they're close to taking the lead.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go. Guys?
All right, David, thanks.
Wide open. Offensive rebound. And Randall throws it down.
You want to talk about bully ball? Randall at 250 pounds, overpowering the field.
Here's Hero. Adebayo kicks to Winslow. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Adebayo. Miami no good on that time either. New York with the ball. They've outscored him 16 points to 2. Not slowing down. There at the pass to Robinson. Now here is Morris. Over Winslow. Morris no good. The Heat leading by 6. Here's Hero. Pass to Adebayo. He blocks it again. And that's 9 blocks.
You know he's going to be coming hard for that 10th, too.
Heat shooting just 34% from the floor. And there's the pass to Hero. Takes it out to Leonard. Over Morris. And it's Leonard missing. Now the Knicks with it. They've gone on a 16-2 run, not allowing much. Here's Barrett, and he converts the layup. Barrett's got 22 points.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime? Much more effective here in the second half.
Nunn passes to Adebayo. Here's Nunn, covered by Morris. Here's Adebayo. Robinson with the block. And pushing it up. Here's New York. A 3 from Morris. Buries it from 3-point range. And it's now only a 1-point Heat lead.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that run had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
They've done a great job, but they're not done yet.
Adebayo passes to Winslow. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. 19 points in the game.
And while they still have the lead, boy, was that important to keep it from shrinking.
Outside Robinson to tie it up. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. And Miami making a change here. And here's Dragic. He kicks it to Leonard. Winslow with it. Outside Butler. Robinson with the block. Again with the block.
What a defensive performance. 12 blocks.
Well, he's shutting them down right now. And Barrett gets it to go.
Ever since halftime, he's had his eyes on the basket and just crushing it right now.
Now here's Dragic. Robinson with the block. And they get it back. Butler kicks to Dragic. 6 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Barrett. To take the lead. It's hauled in by the Heat.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
You know what? This is a skill set to be able to take the bump and stay on balance after the initial contact.
The free throw drops for Butler. And Bam Adebayo. He just plays with so much energy when he's on the floor.
Boy, he is ferocious on both ends of the floor. Great energy player who can finish in the paint with the best of them. Very quick on his feet and can cover a lot of ground for a player his size.
In the corner, it's Ellington. Pass to Barrett. 5 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. Offensive rebound. Robinson. And another shot. It's deflected. Outside Butler. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And that's 31 points for Jimmy Butler.
Down the stretch, this is when they need him the most, and he is delivering.
Out left to the wing. Here's Barrett. Good. Barrett's got 8 points in the quarter.
A much different player here in the second half. He's taking advantage of what the defense allows.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Bam Adebayo.
And the D tried to get physical with him down low tonight, and it really backfired. Instead, he's just tore them up. He was aggressive, inviting the contact, and really just taking it straight to him.
At 6'7", Jimmy Butler is no slouch down there on the block.
And the first one at the line is good. And so Butler nails both of them. Now Barrett. Down low, here's Randall, and the rejection by Leonard. And he recovers it.
The evolution of Randall's game, no matter where he is on the floor now, the defense has to pay attention.
That free throw good from Randall. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
No doubt about those free throws. This is why you put the ball in his hands.
Outside Dragic. Outside Butler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Can't hit the free throw line jumper.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Randall no good. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Heat. They lead by 4. Pass to Dragic. Outside Butler. The Knicks pull it in. Randall's got 9 rebounds now tonight. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth. New York, no good that time either. The Heat leading by 4. Here's Dragic. And here is Butler. A fadeaway. Count that one. Butler's got 35 in the game.
Gigantic bucket from Butler. Close the door on that shot.
This has reached desperation time for him.
For them to have a chance, everything has to go right on both ends from this point on.
New York calls timeout. They're down by 6. There's 53 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Robinson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. No luck that time either. And it's the Heat with the ball. Here's Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
Randall. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
I mean, there's a lot of natural power to Randall's game. He's a handful in there.
Both free throws good from Randall. And now we've got the intentional foul. So it's Miami now. 6-point game. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Knox, he's checked in for New York. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. New York, no good that time either. And so they foul intentionally. And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 7-point lead. New York calls timeout. They're trailing by 7. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what do you think?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
I just think they have to focus on the moment. Don't worry about the score. Worry about executing the next play.
Hodson can't hit. Waiters with the ball. Outside Robinson. Now here's Waiters. And so it's Miami winning this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season.